Today, we're talking about drilling your enclosures, what to do and what not to do. My name's Marcus, this is Reeves Electro, and you're watching the Friday Finish. Hi there, thanks for joining me today. As I said, we're talking about drilling your enclosures. It's a bit of a nerve-wracking one, drilling your enclosures, when you're not, when it's not something you do every day. Because you know, if you're doing a DIY pedal, the enclosure is quite a large part of the deal, and you've got to look at it. So if it's wonky, it's going to remind you. So, and screwing them up doesn't matter how many times you have made pedals. Messing them up hurts. It really bruises. So there's a few things you can do to get them drilled in the right place. So let's talk about the main start of the attraction, the drill you're going to use. You can use any type of drill, to be honest, be it a drill press, a handheld drill, or even a manual drill. I honestly started off drilling my enclosures with one of these. And if you've got a sharp drill bit, it doesn't actually take much. And you can be really accurate with one of these because it doesn't spin at a great rate and it's not going to skip all over the place. And then you can go out and buy, you know, a power drill, which work pretty well. But I found if you're doing your own pedals and you're doing ones and twos, this is actually probably your best bet because you can literally just wedge it between your feet and drill through, and it's safe and accurate, and it's just going to do the job without snatching, without it flying all over the place, without it being dangerous. Honestly, and it's eco-friendly. It's always a result of that, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, you know, I think I probably bought this in the 70s, maybe. I don't know. No, not in the 70s, in the 80s, probably. The thing, as you go away from that and you get up to power drills, the issue is, for me anyway, and should be for you, is safety. That when the drill finally goes through, that is when it snatches, and a flying enclosure can hurt. Okay, it can break fingers, it can take big gashes out of your hands, everything. So either buy yourself a clamp. My clamp's clamped down at the moment, stupidly, so a drill clamp gives it a bit of weight, it shouldn't go anywhere, or if you use really good, proper, sharp drill bits and you're careful, you don't have to push. And it's the pushing that makes it break through, snatch and go. If you're using really good, sharp drill bits, you can just let it glide through and it won't snatch at all. Okay. But if you're conscious of that, get yourself a clamp. And then going on to a drill press, you know, that's the kind, if you've got the room, a drill press is great, really does gear up your accuracy. With a drill press, it goes everywhere. Make sure if you don't want a drill press if you're going to be doing it in your kitchen or your living room or anywhere like that, because it just flies all over the place. So I've got a little dirty area over there. It's got battens around it and stuff, and you know, a little wall and things so that it doesn't go everywhere. It works fine. Slow as speed as possible. Don't be tempted to go in. That will cause more problems, not just from safety. It will blunt your drill bits. They'll get hot, and they won't last as long. So Now, what drill bits do you need? Well, a stepper bit, okay, absolutely essential. Just concentrate and don't go one depth too far. And standard size drill bits, 7mm is kind of, you need a 7mm and a 9mm. 7mm for your pots, 9mm for your jacks, and a 12mm for your stomp switch. But most of those you can get away with. These are all in 2mm increments. I think you can get 1mm increment ones, but there's usually in 2. So there's not a 7 and there's not a 9. So you can, if you can get away, if you can use an 8 and a 10, then we're all groovy. The process that I have found best for getting your holes accurately drilled is to center punch first, pilot hole, center punch, and then pilot hole where you've punched, and then widen with the full size. Now it sounds like a ball ache, but it gets your holes, you know, accurately. They're not done by machine, they're hand drilled. Well, not hand drilled, but they are hand set, if you like. Okay. How do you get the punch in the right place in the first place? You can use a paper template if you're not doing many enclosures. If you're doing 1s and 2s, just print off a pen. There's lots and lots and lots of drill templates online. You just have to Google it and they'll come up. I think DIY Stomp Boxes on Facebook also has a repository that's got some templates on there as well. You can print those off, tape them around your enclosure, find the point, bosh. Okay. If you're doing a few more, maybe a drill guide, either a 3D printed one like this, or you can use Vero, because it is spaced perfectly. Okay, and you can also, you don't have to glue it, you can solder it. Okay, solder, that's all soldered together, and just drill out the holes that you need. It's pretty simple. That's what I use all the time. That just slips over the enclosure, and then you've got your holes where it needs to go, bosh. You need to drill out, widen out the holes a little bit with the drill bit, but otherwise it works a treat. Now, people say, oh, well, why don't you miss out use this to guide the drill bit? I see a lot of people doing that. I always found that the holes, when you use them to guide the drill bit straight in, they would just widen over, you know, the case of 10 or 15 enclosures. They just end up getting really not at all accurate, and you know, stuff was starting to chatter and go all over the place. So I don't recommend using something to guide the drill. Use it to make a punch and then drill where you've punched. Now, if you are doing one-offs, or you're you know, you're kind of putting a prototype together or something, or experimenting, one thing that I would wholeheartedly recommend you get, and they're not expensive these days, is a micrometer. Okay, because measuring up and marking an enclosure is can be a bit kind of like well, not confusing, but just a bit haphazard. If you've got something like that you can measure and mark with, you stand a chance of getting, you know, nicely accurate drilled enclosures. It's tempting, you know, it's 11 o'clock at night, you've breadboarded it, it's worked, you've put it all together, you've tested it, you're like, I want to box it, bang, 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 and you've got this thing with, you know, holes all over the bloody place. A little bit of patience pays dividends. If you haven't got the right stuff, or you think eyeballing it is going to be accurate, I've got a pretty good eye for measurements, and can't get it. I can never get, you know, parallel. So yeah, just make sure you measure twice, cut once, basically. And when it comes to rear mounted or top jacks, that is when it starts to become important to get things accurate, because there's not a lot of space in there, and there are lots of templates for that sort of thing. So I would, don't reinvent the wheel. Go onto some of the Facebook groups or go online and do a Google search. Find a template for rear mounted jacks, because it can save you a lot of pain finding somebody who's already done it, basically. So that's about it. Short and sweet today. I will be back next Friday with a kind of offshoot now. I've kind of done about, enclosures and things like that, and printing them and all that, etching and drilling and what have you. So there's going to be a new leg, if you like, a new subject next week. I don't know what it is. If you've got any suggestions, drop them in the comments. If you are enjoying this, please let me know. If you've got anything to add, let me know. If you disagree with anything I've said, let me know. Thank you very much for joining me today. My name's Marcus. This is Reed's Electro, and remember, keep it fuzzy.